everyone, it's Katie from Paradise Falls family, and welcome back to our vlog series covering our 3-week trip to Florida, the Bahamas and the Deep South in August 2025. In today's vlog, we'll be continuing to look at our time on our Bahamian Disney cruise, focusing on Nassau. We've now visited this island twice, so we'll give you an overview of the island, a feel for what you can get up to, as well as plenty of tips for your day here. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, we're a family of 4 who love to travel the world together, and we create informative family travel vlogs. We cover the places we've visited and talk about our own experiences with the aim of helping you make the most of your family trip. We've covered loads of places already on our channel, from Europe to North America to Asia, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out some of our other videos. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, and we also have a website, www.adventuresxparadise.com, with our friends Adventures by Nap, which we're still adding to, but will eventually cover details of all of our trips, as well as guides to things like cruising, Walt Disney World, and other popular family destinations. So make sure to check all of that out when planning your trip, or if you're just looking for inspiration. So to start off with some background, Nassau is the capital and one of the 16 main islands which make up the Bahamas. It's a massive cruise and holiday destination, so there's a lot to see and do when you're ashore. To give you an idea of the size of the island, it takes just over 30 minutes to drive from the cruise terminal to the other end of the island, so it's very easy to explore in just a day. For the purposes of this video, we've broken down the island into 3 main areas. Number 1, Paradise Island, number 2, downtown Nassau, and then number 3, the rest of the island of Nassau. I think it's fair to say most visitors to Nassau focus on Paradise Island. This is where you'll find the bulk of the big resorts, some wonderful beaches, including Cabbage Beach, which is supposed to be one of the best in the world, and of course the famous Atlantis Resort, with its brilliant Aquaventure water park. It is possible to buy a day pass for the resort and water park, which is something we've seriously considered both times we visited, but it is quite expensive for just a day. You can also just get a water taxi over to the island just to explore the area yourself. However, given Atlantis is very high on our wish list to stay at one day, we've decided to save it for when we visit and stay at this resort. So focusing now on downtown, this is where we decided on both visits to spend our time, given we decided against Paradise Island. We love getting out and exploring, and downtown is very walkable, and you can see all of the main sites on foot if you want. We felt very safe the entire time, but of course you always need to read up on the local advice beforehand and know when and where to avoid. For example, we were warned beforehand to watch out for people trying to sell us and hand you things at the port. So if you don't want to engage, just carry on straight through, and we had no problems at all. Walking out of the port, downtown is right there, with loads of shops, restaurants and bars to meet your every need. The immediate port area has been developed in recent years, and we noticed a real difference since our last visit in 2023. The range of shops and stalls on offer is really impressive. It's really colourful and vibrant, and a lovely area to step off the ship and wander. If you turn right here and walk through the main shopping area, you can work your way into the town centre and Bay Street, which is the main drag, or alternatively carry on along the waterfront. If you walk for around 10 to 15 minutes past Senor Frog's, you'll reach Junkanoo Beach. This is the local beach and the nearest beach to the port. Junkanoo Beach was on our list for our very first visit, but unfortunately we never made it there due to weather. We had a little bit more luck on our second visit and spent a lovely few hours here. It was pretty busy and fairly small, but for a downtown beach it was really impressive. Lovely soft white sand and crystal clear waters. There were lots of sun loungers which appeared to be free as no one ever came to ask us to pay, although please let us know if this wasn't the case and we were just very lucky. We got a great spot just outside of Margaritaville, so we enjoyed relaxing with music playing and cooling off in the beautiful ocean. We'd really recommend popping here if you want something quick and easy to do, as it's not far from the ship at all. Alternatively, if you don't fancy any beach time, there are plenty of other things to do here in town. As I mentioned, you can wander through to downtown from the port very easily, or if you want to explore the town a little bit more, one option is to take a horse-drawn surrey ride, which can be found in the port area. These last around 20 minutes, seat 3 per carriage, and cost around $10 per adult and $5 per child if that's something that interests you. One of the sites in town is Fort Fincastle, which is where we headed on our first visit to Nassau. This is an old fort and landmark with views across the island. It was an easy 15-minute walk from the port up East Street, although some of the streets here didn't have pavements or sidewalks, so you do have to be careful in places. It's possible to tour the fort for a small fee, and there's a little museum and a cafe at the top. We didn't spend too long at the top, with the weather being a bit iffy that day, but we really enjoyed the views, took some great pictures, and it was really nice to have a look around. On the way back down, there was a stand selling fresh coconuts for $5, so we took the opportunity to give this a try, which was a really cool experience that we all enjoyed. Halfway down the hill is also the entrance to the Queen's Staircase, another local landmark that we had fun looking around. This is a stone staircase carved out of solid limestone. It was named to honour Queen Victoria, and it's another reminder of the island's colonial past. The lush greenery surrounding the staircase adds to the atmosphere, and it's one of the main historical sites on the island, so it was really cool to see and an easy stop. From here, it's an easy walk back into town where you can do some shopping or do as we did and head for the Pirates of Nassau Museum. This is a fun little family-friendly museum focusing on Nassau's history with pirates. This was just $14 per adult or $7 per child, and it was a nice little museum. We probably spent less than an hour here, so it is pretty small, but it had a fun replica pirate ship to walk around and some cool exhibits on pirates and pirate life that we all really enjoyed. There are various excursions that stop here, but it was so easy to visit on our own and so much more cheaper. Other little sites or landmarks in the town include Pompey Square, Government House, Parliament Square, and the famous Straw Market. This is a fun place to pick up some local souvenirs located right in the middle of town. However, we've heard that it can be a bit intense, so go prepared if you do go inside. Outside of downtown Nassau, there are some sites to explore further afield on the island. You've got Fort Charlotte, a little outside of downtown, and a small wildlife park called the Ardastra Gardens and Wildlife Conservation Centre. Further along the coast, you've got some wonderful beaches, with Cable Beach being a highlight near the Sandals Resort. It is possible to rent a car if you want to head out on your own, or there are lots of island excursions available if this is something that interests you. Outside of exploring yourself, there are loads of other excursions and things you can do while docked in Nassau. Of course, Disney themselves offer a really wide range of excursions. These include the Aqua Adventure on Paradise Island, with some options that include swimming with dolphins. Various island tours taking in the sights of Nassau that I've already mentioned, with some a little further afield that looked pretty cool. There are loads of tours to pick from, but one that takes our interest is a trip to one of the islands just past Paradise Island, Blue Lagoon. Excursions here include transport to and from the island, plus various other add-ons including lunch, animal encounters and water sports. It looks like a great way to spend a day in the Bahamas. We expect this might be quite similar to a day at Castaway Cay, so we've not gone for it yet, but it's worth looking into. On top of this, there are various other excursions, including catamaran cruises, a pirate ship adventure, fishing and even a submarine. Of course, there are also sightseeing tours, including some James Bond tours taking in some of the filming locations from the movies. These are all listed on the Disney Cruise Line website, or alternatively, if you want to book an excursion yourself, our favourite operators are Viator.com and GetYourGuide.com, both of which we use often when we're travelling. We've included a link to both in the comments below this video. One point to note though is that it's always worth remembering that unless you book your excursions directly with the cruise ship, the ship itself won't wait for you if you're late back to the port. Therefore, if you're planning to venture a little further on your own, make sure you're back in plenty of time to make that all aboard time. So hopefully that's given a pretty good overview of Nassau and how to make the most out of your day. We've added a full guide to the island to our website www.adventuresbyparadise.com, so check that out. In the rest of this vlog series, I'll go into more detail on our time at Hilton Head and Walt Disney World, so watch out for the rest of those. If you think we've missed anything, feel free to let us know in the comments below and we'll always do our best to help. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really makes a big difference to us. We've got more videos coming soon, so make sure to catch those. And we've got loads more videos already on our channel and information on our website, so please check those out for more family-based travel guides. Thank you all so much for watching.